Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is Mehdi. In today's video, I'll be reviewing 12 of clean, inoffensive and calming fragrances in my collection. Without any further ado, I want to start by House of Amouage, Diamond, one of the best woody, citrusy and green fragrances with touch of luxury soapiness. It is not that much in the citrusy side. It is not one of those sour, fresh, citrusy fragrances. It is mostly in the green, somehow barbershoppy, woody and soapy side with touch of bitter orange. At number 11 from House of Cologne, L'Homme Ideal Cologne. It is a vetiver and clean fragrance with a little bit of citrusiness. It is not that much in the citrusy side. It smells a bit shower jelly, shampoo with sort of honey-ish sweetness at the background. One of my absolute favorites for extremely hot days. At number 10 from House of Bulgari, Wood Neroli. It is a green and floral scent with fair amount of citruses and clean soapiness. At the background somehow smells a little bit aquatic. Absolutely has that aquatic feel to it. It is aquatic, citrusy, soapy, floral and green, and gives a very calming and refreshing feel. At number 9 from a freshy house, House of Hermes, Voyage d'Hermes Pure Parfum. So this one is not that much in the clean side. It is more about that calming leather here. It is not, a soapy fragrance, not dirty though. Smells like the most natural lime cardamom tea. Atmosphere of the fragrance is a little bit citrusy, more in the cardamomy side, and has some sort of very calming and refreshing black tea at the background. At number 8 from House of Thierry Mugler, Mugler Cologne, a bar of soap in a bottle, exactly like a bar of soap. Smells green, floral, a little bit citrusy, vetiver and somehow traditional. Has that freshly showered character, gives that clean out of shower vibe. Gets a bit woodier on the skin, at least it's like that on my skin. If you want to keep or save that clean out of shower, that soapy character of the fragrance, I suggest you apply it on the clothing. So next one is at number 7, Prada Amber Purum, on a steroid soap, I say to this fragrance. But if you want to have that clean and calming character of the fragrance, I suggest you be a bit easy on the trigger. It is a little bit on a steroid. Compared to other soapy fragrances on the list, it is not that much in the floral or green side. It is a very dry, loud, kind of screaming, clean soapy fragrance. At number 6 from House of Lalique, my lovely Lalique White. Such a beautiful fragrance. I really enjoy the scent profile of this, and seems I'm gonna suggest this forever too. This is one of those soapy, peppery, slightly woody, clean, refreshing fragrances. It is soapy. It has such an inoffensive, calming, refreshing, smooth and clean character to it, and because of that soft projection and sillage and average performance, it is one of my absolute favorites for indoors and office situations for hot days. At number 5 from House of Burberry, Burberry Touch. It is very close to Lalique White actually. They share lots of similarities, but this one is more woody, less peppery, spicy, with same amount of soapiness. So that soapy clean vibe and calming vibe is here same, but we have less of peppery notes. Because of great projection and sillage, I prefer this one better for outdoors. Lalique White is better in my opinion for indoors. It is not an offensive type of fragrance though, but maybe can be a little bit too much projection for indoors. At number 4 from House of Dior, Dior Cologne, a green, smooth, citrusy and musky scent. Look at this beautiful sprayer. It's class. Has a very well balanced character. Atmosphere of fragrance is sour. We have some sort of green cypressy notes at the background, and at the dry down gets a little bit muskier. Immediately calms me down. It is not one of those complex, complicated fragrances. Very simple, but I believe that sour, citrusy and green refreshing notes work great together. At number 3 from House of Ferrari, Bright Neroli, one of the most expensive smelling cheap fragrances in my collection. Like 15 euro maximum for 100 ml. Absolutely, and definitely worth the hype. Smells unisex. Scent profile is floral, citrusy, slightly sweet compared to other soapy, citrusy green fragrances. This one is sweeter somehow. I can get more of sweetness here, and performance is average. At number 2, one of the most underrated fragrances from House of Yves Saint Laurent and line of Y Eau Fresh. So if you like airy, transparent, citrusy fragrances with touch of woodiness at the background and main clean atmosphere, this fragrance is definitely for you. Smells perfect. For example, not as pungent as Y EDP, not as powdery as Y Le Parfum, or not as aquatic as Y Live. It is something at the between, and it smells just perfect. Absolutely. A little bit sweetness is going on there, like juicy sweetness. Fragrance is very refreshing and has a little bit of rooty woodiness at the dry down. At number 1, it is crazy, guys. Oh my gosh. You know why? I own hundreds of the bottles and I have smelled hundreds of the fragrances. Let's say between this much fragrances, was never expecting that one day a super cheapy inspired fragrance can stay at top 1 calming fragrances for me. Here we go. From House of Zara. Honestly, number 8 is a super clean, calming and soft, inoffensive fragrance for me. It is clean, it is smooth, it is silky, absolutely not a soapy or green fragrance, but has some sort of fabric softener vibe to it. Take care, guys.